Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the MacMan Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
Your home should tell your story. It should be stylish, comfortable, and uniquely you. Here at D. Harris Interiors, we don't just decorate. We design spaces that reflect your personality, your lifestyle, as well as your dreams. Whether you're revamping one room or you're transforming an entire space, here at D. Harris Interiors, we bring creativity, expertise, and heart to every project. Great design starts with connection. And I do take the time to understand your vision and to bring it to life with beauty and intention. So, are you ready to fall in love with your space all over again? Well, you just give D. Harris a call at 901-303-8099 to schedule your personalized consultation today.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
And Grand Rising, good morning to each and every one of you. Good morning, Grand Rising to all of you. This is the MacMan Morning Show. I'm James Mack. I am your host on this and each and every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock on the East Coast. Good morning to all of you. Hey, to Alice, the Blood Child of God, all of you all right here on Mac Media 3 Productions right here. We have also our listening audience with WKRA 92.7 on our FM dial, and they have our signal. We are grateful to be here on this Tuesday morning, 17th of June. The month is moving rather fast. The year is moving fast. We're in June. We'll be in July before you know it. Grand Rising to all of you. Good morning, Deacon Alvin Moore. All of you all that are listening on this morning to also to Apostle Reed and Sharon Reed. All of you all. Alice is here. Our moderator, chief moderator, Brother Lee should be on his way. Pretty soon he'll be here, I'm pretty sure. Grand Rising to all of you all. You know, there's a lot of things going on in the news today. Good morning to Diane Black, to her wonderful father, everybody that's up and about and getting about their day. A little rainy here in our region. We're going to be expecting some thunderstorms most of the day, but that's not going to deter or harm us in any kind of way. Grand Rising to all of our supporters, those of you that have been supporting us from day one. We want to thank all of you. We want to thank all of you that have participated. Listen, these cookies are going really well. I hear great things because we had the cookie lady on. And we're just grateful for Angelica, Trejay, Kate, and Creations, doing real well. I'd like to say good morning to her and everybody. Grand Rising to all of you. Let me just say this real quick. As you know, in the news, there are several events that are happening, not just here in our country, but around the world. And let me say, first of all, to all of you that are getting nervous and so forth and so on, don't get nervous. Things are going to work out, and not just because I say that they are. I just believe that they will. We're in for some rocky roads. We're in for some events that'll be happening here. As we saw this past week, we saw something that I have never thought, that we would see a military parade in honor of a president that was living or something. I never seen anything like that. But besides the point, the man is doing what he said he would do. In Project 2025, as we try to elaborate on and let you know about, it's real. All of that paper, everything that they say that they're going to do, they're trying their best to doing it. And with the events that are happening in Israel and Iran, all over the Mideast, there's some serious things that are going on. I don't know whether they have negotiated or not. That's not up to me. I know we're going to be fine. Good morning and Grand Rising to Angelica. She's there. There's Miss Lewis. How are you? I hope that the cookie dough is flowing and carrying on. She has a wonderful, she got a certificate of completion in her culinary classes. I'd like to say good morning and congratulations also to you, Angelica, as you continue in your wonderful business and in your wonderful pursuit of your business and the success of your business, which it will be, because she's on the MacMan Morning Show. That's right here. Cakes and Creations, that's her company. Cookies are being delivered as we speak, and we're going to be talking more about Angelica's business and the things that she's doing. Grand rising to each and every one of you. Like to say hello uh, to Trustee Kiana Belcher and to all of you all that are in the Southland. Let me tell you this: the Cardinals and the White Sox will be playing on the 19th, which is Juneteenth Day, and the game is scheduled at 1:10 p.m. at White Sox Park. Now, the trustee has tickets, limited tickets. Please call her, get in touch with her, look on the screen. You'll see the contact information, or you can call the Village of Dalton, Illinois, and ask for her information, and hopefully you can get some of these tickets and go see a wonderful game on Juneteenth Day. Just wanted to bring some of that out that we have. We got some more announcements that we're going to be making. Grand rising to each and every one of you. I had a discussion. Let me talk about this real quick with someone on yesterday, and they were telling me about how much they were enjoying the success of their channel, and they kind of like threw a shot, threw some shade, put it that way. My way, man, I got X amount of thousands of people following me, man, and they got me in the algorithm, whatever they call it, in the system, and hoo-doo-doo, and I'm making money now, hoo-doo-doo. And these are, and that's good. And I celebrate anybody's success in what they're doing. The difference is, with our show is we're an actual news and information show geared towards the Black community. Now, a lot of people have said, well, why are you just gearing towards that? Because my community is the community that I reach out to. If I can't help my own community, where am I going somewhere else to try to help somebody else's community? Which brings me back to the burning question that we have, and hopefully we'll discuss a little bit more of it today. It is not my fault that the orange man went nuts, got up one morning, I guess, or whenever he got up, or how angry he was, and all of you all that voted for him, you Latinos and Hispanics that voted for him, think about this now, and I'm not trying to rub it in, but you think about this. Why should we get out and fight, go to jail, get hooked, or whatever the case? Because they're going to come after us harder than they'll come after you. The pretenders to be white, the pretenders that your hair is slick, and you're hateful towards us. I've never seen, and it's most nationalities. When they come over here to this country, they have a preconceived notion about Black Americans. They say our women are hookers and we're no good as men. That's what some of them think. They think they can take over by these stores. You come in there, you might not have XYZ, and he's batting his eyes, or they're trying to take advantage of our community, and it's everywhere. We have to be able to stand up and say, enough is enough of this. We're not the hookers. We're not the dope dealers. We're not the consumer of such. We're not the persons that sitting around doing all of the crime. We talk about ourselves more than anything, instead of trying to reach up and reach out and to help somebody to get up upon their feet and everything. We always got something negative that we like to say, welcome to Brother Lee. He's here. I'll get you in a couple seconds, Brother Lee. It's good to see you. And we got this thing where, man against woman, Black man against Black woman. And our communities are, they ain't a father, they ain't a mother, they out doing this. We always got something negative that we have to say, but we're going to have to own up to our own responsibilities in the matters that we're dealing with today. We're the adults, we're the persons that's out there. Now, what do we do when we know that some say, this ain't my fight? And even if we got into the fight, what are we fighting for? For them to have the right to stay here. We're here. They can't do nothing to us unless they want to. That's okay. They've been trying to do it for a long time, but we're so embedded here. Not that we're special, not that we're a special breed, although some people think that they're a special breed, but they can't just get rid of us as a people, as Black people. They can't get rid of us. You know, we nervous, we worried about this, worried about. We've been through worse than this. They tried to wipe us out, a whole extinction, wipe us out, even when they were bringing us over on those ships, and some perished along the journey, and they threw the remains out into the water, and they say that sharks used to follow these boats, because they were the food source, and chunking bodies out, and this and that. Think about what our ancestors and what they were thinking when they opened up the hull of the ship and let them out, and they're on another side of the world. All of the trauma that we've been through, and we're not crying victim. We were the ones marching. We were the ones that protested. We were the ones that had to go and walk to work. We were the ones that had to experience our fathers and our mothers being disgraced and humiliated by being called the nigger. They've been called, and gal and boy and all those other, anything that's dehumanizing. And we do it to ourselves too. We'll put each other down so quick. We don't want no good news. We don't want to see anybody really, really make it if it's not us. And that's sad. The Willie Lynch letter, if you don't know what it is, look it up. Look up the Willie Lynch letter and find out where and how people have been trying to divide us. They've been trying to divide us for a long time, and in some cases they're succeeding because we hate each other. We hate what another person wear. We hate how another person look. We hate because when somebody's trying to do this and they trying to do that, or they getting over, they got this, and it's such a ball of confusion. But let me explain this and say this to you all that are listening to us each, and like say hey to everybody that's listening, even those that are in the bushes, our dear friends over in the military bases. I can't mention much, and I won't, because I don't know what they're preparing for, but the military is on high alert because of the circumstances that are happening over in the Middle East. Is that our problem? Yeah, it's our problem, because it's going to affect us. It's going to affect us. Trust me, it's going to affect us. All this tariff talk and all these other things, and then some people say, why are you talking about these things? We have our heads in the sand in a hole somewhere, because we just don't believe that these things are coming and that they will affect us. We need to be prepared. You got to be prepared, folks, about what's going on. You say, well, what's happening? One, yeah, we know the economy is always messed up, but our standing in the world has diminished ever since the words that were mentioned in Canada the other day by the Orange Man lifting up Putin and all them other folks and things like that. We're headed on a course where if you're smart enough to know, and if you don't know, we're in those days. Let me say what they are. We're in those days, but you can have security in knowing in Christ. I'm going to say it. I am saved. I love God. I love the Lord. I don't have to paste it on my back or anything. Hopefully, if I lived right, if I'm trying to do the things within Christ to be the person that I'm supposed to be, that's what I'm going to do. I will acknowledge God at all times. I want to serve notice on some. They say, well, man, your channel, this and that, and people, and they knocking you off, and they doing this. Well, if everybody is on here and everybody is listening, that means that maybe somebody's listening to what the truth is. Not always that we're interesting or we're entertaining and we're talking about the downfalls of people. We can always talk about the hookers, the pimps, the drug dealers, the users, the top 10, the sex workers, and all these other things that are going on, the sleazy entertainers and all. We can make up a, but what are we going to do? Are we going to allow these things that are happening around about us to affect us, or do we prepare ourselves? Project 2025 is real, and they're using all and everything that they can to use it, not just against those that are trying to get out of the country, but us too. Are we open season? No. Are they after? No, they're not crazy because they don't know what to do with us. And then they're surprised that there aren't black people out there marching. And then somebody had the nerve to say, well, y'all out of marching helping them. Why? When we've been fighting since we've been here. Why? That's the question I want to throw out to everybody. If you're here, you're listening, and you're not afraid to comment or anything, why? Why should we turn our back? Why should we run? Why should we support? Why should we put our neck out on the line for people that truly don't care about us? And why should we feel bad because they're in their misery? Now, y'all voted for that person. Okay, that's y'all, man. That's who you want. You got what you want. Now, the events that are going on, do we have any kind of control over them? I don't, because they've been doing this all along. And there's nothing, I mean, we can preach until we blue in the face, but what are we going to do with the situations that are going on? It's right now, it is 20 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock. Brother Lee Mack is here with us. I'd like to give a programming note that later this week, we're going to be having multiple guests that will be coming in just to say hi to us, and we're going to be talking about various things. I'd like to shout out to my home church, the Greater New Mount Eagle Missionary Baptist Church. It will be turning 50 years old this year. I can't believe it's been that long being a part of something. That's where I was born again at. And I'd like to say hello to all of the alumni, all the choir members, and all of you all that are going to be getting together for a wonderful 50-year celebration. It should be something wonderful. And we're going to have more details about that. There's a food truck. There are going to be some food trucks in Maywood, Illinois. Let me get this right. Hold on a second. All right, I'm trying to find it. Go ahead. And this food trucks and the vendors will be in Maywood, Illinois, if I'm not mistaken. And StreamYard just, I'm not sure about it. They're looking for, the food truck vendors are looking for, they're looking for food trucks and vendors also. It's $100 fee for your whether you want to be a vendor or not. I think it's just $100. And to experience this great opportunity that has come about. Now, let me see here. Let me read this here. It's on your screen. Stand by for just 1 second. Hold on a second. The food truck. Wait a minute. Get this here. All right. Let me see. And we want to thank this wonderful group of people. It is the non-profit business. Let me see. Wait, let me make sure I got this right. 3 nonprofit businesses are coming together for a food truck and a food truck vendor fest. They're seeking young people and teenagers and young people and young adults as vendors for this event. This event is going to be taking place on July the 26th at 1 o'clock p.m. at First Avenue and Roosevelt. That's First Avenue and Roosevelt in Maywood, Illinois. And you can go to the websites that are on there for more information. Go to info@itsher.org. That's itsher.org for more information. We're going to have them on, and they're going to be talking more about this. You're going to be hearing more about this wonderful event that's going to be taking place in Maywood. Let me say good morning to all of our Maywood and our Illinois listeners and viewers. We'd like to say good morning and grand rising to all of you. Grand rising to the Roberts family, the Roberts Enterprises in Illinois and in the Southland, Larry's Barber College, Larry Roberts, that is. Larry Roberts Jr., operator, proprietor, CEO of Larry's Barber College, and also Smoothie Cafe over there in Madison, 7414. Over there, 7414, Lincoln Highway. And y'all go over there and get your smoothies and everything like that, and your cool drinks and the wonderful ice cream and everything. Wonderful, delicious treats. We're going to be hearing more from the Smoothie Cafe. We'd just like to say thank you. And all of our people that support the MacMan Morning Show each and every morning. Let me remind you that if you want to ad, you can get your ad on for as little as $50. You call me, you get in touch with me. Matter of fact, just go to macmedia3@gmail.com. Macmedia3, all one word together, including the 3 @gmail.com. Leave me your information and we'll get on top of it as soon as possible. Some of you have sent in your information, and we're working on your ads. There's some things that you know that you need to get back to me. Get them to me so that we can get your ad on the air. I'd like to say grand rising to each and every one of you, and I want you to stand by. Brother Lee Mack is here. We're going to be discussing the why people mad at the black people because we're not doing so. I don't understand it. They're just not satisfied. We can't do right to save them or save us, I guess. They're complaining about this. They're complaining about that. Is it our fault? Why we're not out there with our marching and our feet and going out there yelling and hollering and going to jail, burning up cars? Now, I ain't going out there to do none of that, but we're going to talk about the events that are coming along in our day and on our horizon, what we see, and we're going to discuss a little bit more about that. This is the MagMan Morning Show. Grand rising to all of you all. It's 26 minutes after the hour of 9. If you had to be there at 9 o'clock, show enough you late. But try to get in there and do what you have to do. Good morning to all of you that are at work and doing what you do. We'll be right back after these messages.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Your home should tell your story. It should be stylish, comfortable, and uniquely you. Here at D. Harris Interiors, we don't just decorate. We design spaces that reflect your personality, your lifestyle, as well as your dreams. Whether you're revamping one room or you're transforming an entire space, here at D. Harris Interiors, we bring creativity, expertise, and heart to every project. Great design starts with connection. And I do take the time to understand your vision and to bring it to life with beauty and intention. So, are you ready to fall in love with your space all over again? Well, you just give D. Harris a call at 901-303-8099 to schedule your personalized consultation today.
And welcome back to the MagMan Morning Show. Grand rising to each and every one of you. Right now, 29 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock on the Central Time Zone. We are here, present and available for you. Listen, as a programming note, don't forget, on Thursday, we're going to be having representatives from the city of Harvey to give us update on what's going on there. Good morning to everybody in Harvey and Riverdale over there in Dalton and in the Thornton Township. We like to say howdy do to you all and to all of our supporters and friends there. We just like to thank you all. Brother Lee Mack is here with us, our co-host of the MacMan Morning Show, with some commentary. We're going to, it's been pressing upon me to speak about this again, and I don't know what to say because everybody is nervous about the events that are happening around about us. This is the end. It could be. Is it Armageddon? It ain't here yet because the war hasn't started. They ain't built a temple in Jerusalem yet. If those of y'all that know your book and what I call, your Bible, if you know what's going on, there's some events that are going on that are prophecy geared and they're coming to pass. Whether you believe or not, that's on you. I do. I believe, and I'm not trying to force it upon anybody, but your relationship with God and your, as they call it, higher power or what have you, that is your prerogative in your business. But the things that I see today are coinciding with some things that I've learned as a child and studied as a child. There's a spiritual aspect to everything that we do, whether we wake up, breathe, walk, talk, or whatever the case may be. We got to acknowledge that there's God. Now, that's in your heart if you say that there isn't, or a bird or something or whatever. I'm not here to debate or to force you to, or I can't force you. I ain't going to try to force you. But in my ways and in my life, I would like to introduce you. I could introduce you to Christ. I mean, this is what he's done for me and so forth. And let our lives show and represent that we're doing. It's a lot of things that are going on here. There's a lot of things going on in our communities around the country. There have been several marches, and if you've seen any of the results of such, you've seen all those crowds, all those people, and the lack thereof of people that look like us. They say, well, where are the black people? Okay, and I know that we've talked about this, and somebody brought it back up, and I just want to say, I personally, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. Hey, look, I don't have it. There are a lot of other battles that God can, he's got to do the fighting for us. I'm standing back because you know something, when we were, as we're struggling and we're trying to keep things on a marginal level, we can't get any cooperation from anywhere else. Are we to give up on each other? No. The climate that we live in today is some dangerous climate. We don't know what's happening or what's going to happen or what's behind the scene, but what's on your mind, your heart? What's concerning to you? Is it just the everyday life? We're going to live our best days and our best life, or we're going to continue to go on and shop and go along and do what we do? Or do we focus in on what's going on and what's happening and keeping our eyes on the prize and opening? A lot of people are saying that there are opportunities that are open to some of the farmers, and some of the people are trying to get people to pick the berries and the fruits and the vegetables and cleaning up the rooms. There's a shortage of workers because of the deportation of some of the illegal aliens. Now, you might say, and I might say too, well, man, they over here doing this and that. We don't work. Oh, let me just put this in perspective. Why do we have to ask white America to get our own selves straight? Why we have to pattern behind them looking for an answer? They don't have the answer. We already have the answer if we go forward and do what we have to do. Our economy is getting ready to change for black people. It's going to get ready to change. Our demand, there will be a demand for our services because there are things that they want us to do they're not going to pay us for. So I'm not taking substantial pay and take alley pay to be a slave just for somebody to the dole products or the stores or whatever the case may be to have something and to have their profits, and yet still in all, people can't even make ends meet. When COVID came out, that showed us that they can pay us truly what we're worth. And people were surviving and making it. And that's not what this country wants us to do, is survive and make it. I don't want to pay bills all of my life. Just pay bills. You're working just to pay bills. Bill. Why do we have a bill? It's a bill. We need to stop making these bills. There's some things that we need to push back from. I'm not telling you what to do, but if you want to solve the problem, every time it's always a complaint. Bills bill, but you keep making them. You keep charging cards. You just keep using credit. You keep doing this. You keep buying. You just got to have that dress. I gotta have that wig. I gotta have that suit. And some cases, some folks said, I need that the same thing that you want. Neither here nor there. We're the consumers. We're the ones that buying everything. But we have nothing to show for it, folks. Where are our schools? Where are our businesses? Where are the things that we do? Is there any full-time black businesses other than chicken wing houses? And no offense to anybody, but there's got to be something more. Are there any lawyers out there? Any kind of other business people out there? How are we treating our customers? How are we treating our community? What are we doing, or what can we do in these times that we're living? Brother Lee Mack is here. Hey, Brother Lee, how are you? And it's good to see you. We missed you on yesterday, but I wanted to throw, the first thing I want to throw out, and say good morning, grand rising to the folks first before I throw out all of my stuff I'm going to throw out to you.
Great day, everyone.
All right, great day. And now, I got a series of just a few of a series of questions. Mm-hmm. My first question is, why are these people mad at us for not marching? Should we march? I know that we have our own opinion. I just want to see, and I want to hear, what is the rule? Why is everybody mad at the black people now? We didn't do anything. We're not out there doing this and that and the other. They say we're the crooks and we're the ones with all the crime and all this other stuff, but I don't understand it. You're mad if you're damn if you do and you're damn if you don't. Brother Lee Mack, our co-host, is here. Brother Lee, is so much on the table, these events that are happening around about us, people getting nervous and talking this and talking that and saying what's going to happen. Do you have any opinion about why we're upset? Why are they upset with us because we won't march with them, Brother Lee? Come on in here. Brother Lee Mack, our co-host.
Well, I can understand why they feel the way they feel. And we're saying that we should not join them in their struggle. And the thing is that we have to understand is that, yes, they didn't participate as a whole, as a majority into our struggle, but they had a struggle back in the 60s, I would think. It's 50s and 60s, even before that, where they had a strike going on about, picking fruit and vegetables, and they weren't being paid a living wage. And they had a leader that marched and striked against, low wages, because they weren't being paid, they weren't being compensated for what they were doing. That was back in the 50s and the 60s when they really had notoriety about that situation. As I say again, you can look that up. They had a problem with that. We did not march with them then, not as a majority of people that were marching. We weren't out there. Some of us were. That protest was in California, in Texas, throughout the West and the Southwest, where they were picking vegetables. They were harvesting fruit and vegetables back then and wasn't being compensated. So yes, you guys can look that part up. Now, what you were talking about, why are they mad at us? Because we are the people that lead. Recently, in the last 50 years, we were leading marching, protesting. We were that people that did those things, and we had experience at doing it, and they need that experience. They need that knowledge. They need that leadership. And you're saying, why should we lead them? Because the least of us, we help the least of us help everybody rise. See, we can't be ignorant and mad because we did not get participation in the election. That time is over. That time is over. Let's look forward now. We still looking back and talking about what they didn't do. Let's do what we can do. Stop looking back. We're not them. Why do we have to act like this all the time? We can stand up and we can help each other. Even though we didn't get the help before, that's over. We can teach. We can show them that we're better than that. But if we don't do it, we're no better than they are. We have to teach them. They have to see. They have to feel it. And if we're not going to help them, then what are we good for? What do we stand for? We say we're the people of God. And here we are talking about what we won't do. That's crazy for us. That's the thing we have to do. And the other thing you were talking about was these times.
Well, wait, before you move on, but I want to ask this then. Okay, if that's the case, okay, I want to help. I want to do whatever I need to do. Okay, yet how far do I stick my neck out on the line with this thing? Do I go and give me a sign and Marty? What should we do? Help me out there, brother. Help me out.
We help the least of us. We help all of us. See, that's what we got to understand. We help the least of us. We help all of us. See, we talking about how far we stick out. We do what we do, always do. We go out there. We march. We protest. We abstain from buying certain products. We do what we need to do. We don't go halfway in. How you ever went halfway through a door? Did you get all the way? You standing in the doorway. Go in or go out. Don't stand in the way. And that's the thing we have to understand. How far do we go? We go all the way. If you're going to go with a friend, you go with a friend all the way. If you don't go with the friend, say, well, I don't know, friend. I only go so far. What kind of friend are you? See, that's what we're stuck on now. How far do we go? We lead. We are leaders. A leader don't go halfway. A leader don't say, look, I'll just do a little bit. A leader leads. And in order for us to take our rightful place, we have to lead. And if we don't believe in leading, let's not even participate. Let's not talk about it. If you're upset about what happened in the past, then you can't go forward. If you're unhappy about what your wife did last week, then you can't keep the marriage going. So
where do we start? Where do we start
now? We start now. That's what we do. It's not no hesitation. It's not no procrastination. We start now. If we gotta ask when, then we don't need to go. These people out there, they're not burning those cars. Those cars, that's a setup. Don't you know it? We've been in enough setups to know when it's being staged. When it's being staged by somebody else, then we believe that they're setting those cars on fire. But here's the thing: when you see it on TV and we participating in it, you say, no, it's a frame up. It's a setup. And you know what? Those people are being set up. Those people are not violently marching. Come on now, let's see it for what it is. Let's stop this. I'm one of the first people. If I see something wrong, I'm gonna say something. And I tell people, look this stuff up. See what you're doing. You know what? Donald Trump is manipulating this situation to the point where he can bring National Guards in. Please get some common sense here. Because we're lacking the common sense. We act lacking the general knowledge. We act lacking intelligence. We won't use the God-given intelligence that we have to see what we see on TV and know that it's not true. They show the same. You know what? They show that one burning car over 2,000 times. They showed that one car burning on every station, every hour, on the hour. It makes it seem like
So do you think that this is staged or?
Yes, it's staged. Listen, when they arrest you for stopping you for nothing, you think that was staged? Yes, it's staged. When all these brothers are in prison and sisters in prison, you think this is staged? Yes, it's staged. But why come these brown people can't have the same situation as we got?
Good question. I mean, because I'm looking at it from this standpoint, though, Brother Lee. How can I put it? The civil rights movement, voters' rights, benefited who first? They benefited the white women, and they say minorities. Okay. All right.
Us.
Civil rights movement. Okay, come on. I lost you. Wait a minute. Let me bring it back up there. Go ahead. I had lost you. Go ahead. What did you say? No, what did you say? I'm here. Go ahead. Go ahead,
Hello?
Lee. Are you there? Can
Hello?
you hear me? Wait a minute. Can you hear
Hello?
me? Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Hello?
Come on back, Lee. And if you can hear me, come on back, click in and come back out. If you can hear me. Let me see if I can bring you back up. All right, Brother Lee, can you
Hello?
hear me now? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Come on. Okay, wait a minute, Brother Lee. Hold on a second. Let me get this done. We'll be right back. Give me a couple of seconds, folks. We'll be right back after these messages. This is the MacMan Morning Show. We'll be right back after these messages. Right back, folks.
Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Mac Man Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m.
Stand by.
Man, get you
Yes.
some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
We're back on the MacMan
Okay.
Morning Show. We got Brother Lee Mac back again. Go ahead, Brother Lee.
Well,
We got you. Go ahead.
I like to say this. When you watching CNN and you watching CNBC and you watching Fox News, they show the same burning car, and we don't ask a question, why are they showing the same car burning? You know, we ask, who are those people throwing those stones? Are those the people that are involved in the protest, or are those people staged there to charge those problems? I'm gonna tell you something. Donald Trump was so quick to send out the National Guard, it's not funny. You know what? That's his intention. He's staging all of this. Don't be a puppet. Don't be a puppet. Please use your own common sense. Please use your general intelligence. When you see something, ask a question. Don't go along with the program. Don't be a puppet. You know, and that's what we are. We're puppets here. We want to see somebody else get in trouble besides us. And you know what? These people are not guilty of anything. They're not guilty. They listen. They deserve to have a good life like everybody else. If they want to come here, there's plenty of room for everybody. And you know what? They got all these Caucasians in here. They coming in by plane loads, and you're not saying a word. You know what? I'm gonna give you a fact, and you can look this up. More undocumented workers are coming on the plane than they are coming across that Mexican border, and that's a fact. Look it up, please. You're upset about the wrong thing. You should be standing at the airport complaining about all these people coming in with these visas and they never leave. You know, all these coming with these work visas and these school visits and these vacations, and they never leave. See, that's the thing. Look it up. This stuff is documented. More illegal, undocumented workers are coming. Undocumented people, not even working, they're coming on the planes. They're coming through the airports every single day, every minute of the day. And no one says anything. You're ignorant because you're thinking they're coming through the Mexican border. No, most of them are coming on the planes every day. They're coming. They're pouring in, and you're worried about that border. You're worried that border has been open for over 400 or 500 years, and here you worried about that border. Worry about that airport.
You brought up a good point of immigration happening, illegal immigration happening right at the airport. A lot of people don't know this. People can come in here. You can come in. You got a passport from your country, and you come in. Customs, some come and they don't leave again, or what have you.
Most of them come and don't leave.
Yeah.
Most of them come and don't leave. That's the thing. Most of them come and do not leave. They come on visas. They come on vacations. They come on school visas. They come on work visas. They come on visitation, and they do not leave. That's how they get into this country, right through that airport, right through customs. Right through customs. Customs asks, why are you here? Well, I come for a vacation. Why are you here? I come here shopping. Why are you here? I come here on business. I come here to see a family member. And they never, ever leave. See, and that's the thing. We upset about the wrong thing. and I'm gonna tell you about that, man. And I'm gonna say,
Uh-huh.
I just try to keep it real. I try not to sugarcoat it. I know I pick a side. I pick our side. I pick the side of justice. And here's the thing, we talking, and you brought up the fact that see, okay, here's the thing. I don't make no excuses. I don't say both sides doing this and that. When it's one side, I'm gonna tell you something. It only takes one person to drive that car into a ditch. We always say this is one of our issues here. We always say it takes two people. It takes two sides. Sometimes it takes one side to do the other side wrong. And that's the thing we got to look at. We always blame ourselves and blame the other party and say, well, it's two sides to the truth. And no, sometimes the truth is just the truth. It's no two sides to the truth. It's no two sides to right and wrong. I'm gonna tell you something. And people don't understand this. They say, and this is something off the track, but I'm gonna give you something to take home with you. I'm gonna give you something to tell your husband or tell your wife about. You know what? When you're in a situation where you want to leave, okay, I'm gonna tell you like this. It takes 2 votes to get into a relationship, and it only takes 1 to get out. I only need 1 vote to get out of it, and you need 2 votes to get into it. Just like any agreement. You need 2 people to agree to something. You only need 1 person to get out of that agreement. And so this is the thing here. We have to stand together and understand that what we are doing and what we are saying, we have been through those things just like they have. And I'm gonna tell you like this, and you talking about these times are some times of Armageddon, times of the biblical times, and I'm gonna tell you something. These biblical times have happened before so many times in our history that this time we can't tell it from the next time. See, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something about that Bible you read. I'm going to tell you about this. Those things that they have in that Bible has happened 10 years ago, has happened 50 years ago, has happened 100 years ago. I can give you an incident. I can give you an example. Nakashima and Hiroshima. You know what? That's when they dropped the bomb, the atom bomb on. They dropped them on a country that we the only country in the world that dropped an atom bomb, that dropped a nuclear bomb on anybody. And you know what? We destroyed that country, and then we spent billions of our dollars to build that country back up. We spent billions of our dollars to build Germany back up. And I'm gonna tell you something. They are the powers of this world now. If we could do that for another country, why we can't do it here? See, that's the thing we gotta ask ourselves. You know what? We spend billions. We won't spend no money in our neighborhoods, but we'll spend $1 billion in Israel. Billions of dollars. I mean, not billions of dollars. You can look this up. Trillions of dollars has been spent on Israel. Trillions of dollars. And they still don't have a gross national product that produces anything that can self-contain that country. They still don't have a gross national product that can self-contain, self-support that country. Think about that. If we didn't pour any money into that country, if we didn't pour trillions of dollars into Israel, it would not exist. And that's a fact.
I believe that. Now, let me ask you this. Okay, they're giving resources to these people over there, the Israelis, and a lot of people are saying, well, they're over there bombing Iraq. I mean, and they're sending more bombs over there than it is. Okay, now, even though the conflict is there, and as you were saying, things and events have happened and things and events, it just seems like to me that we're on a closer cusp of just seem like they just say, well, who's going to shoot first? And these bombs in these weapons of mass destruction that people have created to you can drop one bomb and wipe a whole country out. Like you said, Hiroshima and Nagasaki over there in Japan, they still got radiation lingering over there from that bomb dropping over there. These are some dangerous things. Now, here we are. Okay, they give us these distractions that we got. As a people, we get distracted by the entertainers. We get distracted about the Juneteenth. We get all these things that we're doing. But then my wholehearted question, and I've been asking myself this too. Okay, what is it, and what is it that I can do to? I hate to say help because we need help in our own community. Where do we? It just seems like, is it fair? I mean, people, even the Hispanics get more than we do. People come over to this country and get more than we do. And then they turn around when somebody says, well, now we're going to take it away. The folks that gave it to you say we're going to take it away. Now they're looking in our face, help us to keep our stuff. Now, do you blame any of the folks that say, Brother Lee, why should we stick our neck out? What are we getting out the deal, as they say? Come on, Brother Lee, help me out.
Let me tell you this, because we're next. We're next. You think they're going to stop at them? We're next. We on the board. We up to bat.
You really believe that? Come on with it, Lee. Come on, tell us why we next.
See, that's the thing. We're gonna be on the front line. If we do not help these people, we're gonna be next. It's just a matter of time. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this, and this is the thing. Okay, you was useful when you was a slave. You have no use to the Caucasians anymore. You're useless. To them, you're useless. You're not free labor anymore. You know what? The Hispanics are not free labor anymore. They refuse to pick the lettuce. They refuse to clean the hotels. They want better jobs now. They want better positions now. They want better businesses now. So they got to go. You think you going to stay because you black? No, you got to go too. See, because you want better jobs now. You want better positions now. You want better things now. So you got to go. So that's the thing. You next. You on deck. You on deck. Just like they on deck, you on deck. They gonna stop. They're not gonna stop with the Mexicans. They're not gonna stop with the Puerto Ricans. They're not gonna stop with the Jamaicans. They're gonna get everybody. Everybody.
So what do you think? Okay, then let me ask you this then, Brother Lee. I'm just gonna play a little, just throw some hypotheticals around. All right, what should we be expecting then? How should we prepare? How should we prepare? Now they fighting them now, and you said the possibility. Okay. Come on with it, Lee.
We prepare by helping them get the ability to. Let me tell you, sisters and brothers.
Come on with it.
This. Here's the thing. You know why they getting rid of the Hispanics is because that's a big voters block. That's a huge. They know the Caucasians will be outnumbered in the voting booth in a matter of 5 years. 5 years. That's why they have to do this now. They can't wait any longer. They have to get rid of a huge voting block. They got 5 years to do it, and they got a 4-year plan. And they're working like they run away. They trying to get all of as many voters out of here as possible. Scare the rest of them. Get the rest of them out. They got 4 years to do this, and they'll do it in 4. They say they got a 5-year plan to do this, but they're going to get rid of this voting block. They trying to slow the horse down. They can't stop it, but they're going to slow the horse down because they know that their voting block, the Caucasians, will be outnumbered in a matter of 5 short years. That is their purpose. That's why they're sending the National Guard. They're trying to flush this country of every voter they can that's in opposition of them. If you can't see it, if they can't see it, listen, I'm going to tell you something. Why come I can see this and no one else can see it? This is what they're trying to do. They're trying to turn back the clock. And the way to turn back the clock is to flush this country of every voter they can that is in opposition to them. That is what I'm trying to tell you, my brother.
Believe that, and I can not just sympathize, but then again, like I said before, I'm for helping. I'm for doing anything I can for the cause that is right. Yes, I am. I'm right there. But it goes back to what I said before. It seems like on the tail of everybody's cause, here we are. On everybody's concern, here we are. We're some of the most helpful and concerning giving people in the world, Brother Lee. But there's somebody out there hollering at me saying, "Well, Brother James, how much more should we come on? Help me out."
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. You got to stop with their expectations and put it on us because we're saying why we got to do it because we came here in a different way. Everybody else didn't come here as a slave. We came here as a slave, so we can't go about it the way Caucasians would go about it. We can't say, well, we can have hands off. We don't have the luxury of saying that we won't help. We don't have that luxury of saying that we won't participate. We don't have that luxury because we didn't get here like them. We didn't arrive here in the way they arrived. We ain't looked at as the way that they looked at. All over this world, we looked at differently, except in our country. That's the only on our continent. We're looked at differently because we have the ability to do things that no one other race can do. We have a gift, and everybody fears our gift. Everybody fears our gifts and recognizes our abilities but us. We have great abilities. We have superhuman abilities, but you know what? We've been told that we are less than human, so we believe it. And so we try to operate with their tools. And I'm gonna tell you this. See, that's our problem, is that our expectations are the expectations of Caucasians. We say we want what Caucasians have. And I'm gonna tell you something, that's wrong, because we want more than what Caucasians have because we deserve more. And see, and that's the thing. And I'm gonna tell you something, no one else in this country has ever said that we deserve more than what they have. And because we do. Because they've taken more than what anyone other race has taken. They've taken everything from us, our name, our freedom, our ability to find out who we are. We deserve more than what they have. And see, until they have nothing, that's when it's fair. Until they have absolutely nothing, that makes it fair for us. Because I don't want equal rights. I want better rights. I want more rights than they have. Because that's the thing. You know what? We never looked at it like that. But until we have, you know what equal rights is in this country? Better rights than what the Caucasians have. And that's the thing we should look at. Stop begging for crumbs and take what we get. Take more than what we have. Don't try to stand shoulder to shoulder with them. We are head and shoulders above them. And that's the thing. They've been standing on our shoulders for the longest. Now it's time for us to stand up for ourselves. And here's the thing. And we demand, don't ask, don't beg, don't stop pleading. You know what? Begging has gotten us nothing. It's our communities still look like trash. Our schools still look like trash. Not because we made it that way. It's because the government sucked money out of us. They take our taxes and won't put nothing in it. And that's why I say, excuse me, we have to demand better. Don't ask for better. Stop letting these politicians go with their hat in their hand and ask for crumbs and come back to our community and say we gave you a community center. No, we want the same. We want neighborhoods better than what you have. We don't want neighborhoods like what you got. We deserve neighborhoods better than them. We paid with our lives. We paid with our generations. We paid with our babies. We paid with our babies, our women, our children. We've been humiliated. We've been raped. We've been murdered. We've been set on fire. We've been hung out of trees. We've been given words that we say. I'm gonna give you an example. We use words that we don't even understand, that they are hurtful and mean. Words like picnic. Do you know what picnic means? That means pick a nigga. That means pick a nigga. You know, they used to pick a nigga and hang him on a tree. And they used to have a barbecue around the nigga that's hanging on the tree and take pieces of them for souvenirs. That's what the picnic means. And you know, when they say good morning, that's when they kill a brother, they kill a sister, and say have a good morning. And you know what, I was looking at a white guy today, said good morning. He looked me right in the eye when I didn't say it back. I said have a great day. He knew what I knew it meant. I knew what it meant, and he knew I knew what it meant. He knew it. And see, that's the thing. We say words so easily. We have to unlearn these words. We have to unlearn these sayings. We have to stand on you know what? That's why I say our leaders, what I call leaders, so-called social leaders and political leaders and activists and stuff, they don't say these things that I'm saying to you. And it's very sad. It disappoints me that they don't have the courage to speak up. Our pastors don't have the courage to speak up and say these things. It's very sad that you don't hear this on no station, no outlet, no social media, but this one right here. That's what I have to say.
Right. This is the MacMan Morning Show. Grand Rising to all of you that are here. We're coming back in a couple of minutes. We're going to take a couple of. We're going to look at our talk and we're going to continue our discussion. And I got a couple of just a couple more questions I'm going to ask. We're going to ask if you got a question that you have for Brother Lee or for myself. You can put it in the chat. The chat is open. If you'd like to come on, let us know. And we'll let you on for the few minutes that we do have on our second half here. It's right now 5 minutes after the hour of 10. This is the MacMan Morning Show. We'll be right back after these messages.
Tune
folks.
in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the MacMan Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there. If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Your home should tell your story. It should be stylish, comfortable, and uniquely you. Here at D. Harris Interiors, we don't just decorate. We design spaces that reflect your personality, your lifestyle, as well as your dreams. Whether you're revamping one room or you're transforming an entire space, here at D. Harris Interiors, we bring creativity, expertise, and heart to every project. Great design starts with connection. And I do take the time to understand your vision and to bring it to life with beauty and intention. So, are you ready to fall in love with your space all over again? Well, just give D. Harris a call at 901-303-8099 to schedule your personalized consultation today.
And we're back on the MacMan Morning Show. Let me remind you of some of our wonderful, wonderful supporters, those that reach out to us and have a business or a service. If you have a business service that you provide and you like to get the word out in the streets to begin to advertise, you should advertise. Every business should. Start out with the MacMan Morning Show. You'll be very, 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 very surprised at the response that you're getting. And we like to just let you all know that Cakes and Creations by Trejay is up, running, and I mean the orders are being placed and coming in. Angelica Trejay, 901-805-7563. She ships all over the country. And let me tell you something, folks. Right now, there is a special that Cakes and Creations is having, and that is, it's the June, yes, it is the June special. You can get your special orders. You can ask for your cakes, your specialty items that you have, and there's just so much. I'm going to tell you about these cookies because I had them, and I'm just going to tell you about this. What you see on the screen, if you look on your right-hand side, that's the cookie that you're going to get from our wonderful sponsor, and on the other side is the one that you get from the store they just put together. I'd rather have that Snicker chocolate double fudge or what have you. It's great. All of them are great, and you ought to order yours freshly delivered to you and can be shipped to you anywhere in the country. Specialty cakes that you might have. You might have a birthday, anniversary, or something coming up, and you want a specialty cake. Why don't you check out our sponsor at Cakes and Creations, Angelica Trejay, and she's going to be available to you to take your order. I mean, over 30 varieties of delicious dessert cookies and treats that you might like. So y'all go ahead and give her a call and let her know that, hey, I want to order some of these great and delectable treats that you do have. We're working on the project on her ad. We're just waiting for one more piece, but we just can't help but to acknowledge our brand new sponsor here on the MacMan Morning Show. We'll be right back after the concluding messages that we have. And we're back on the MacMan Morning Show. Once again, we'd like to bring up another one of our great supporters, the Smoothie Cafe. Yes, the Smoothie Cafe, located at 4714 Lincoln Highway in Matteson, Illinois. Listen, let me tell you all something. I know y'all feel the heat up there in Illinois and Indiana and Greater Chicago. Why don't you go by the Smoothie Cafe and pick you up a smoothie? There's a detox smoothie that she has. I just found out about some of the wonderful smoothie flavors that she has, and also wonderful ice cream treats. Listen, folks, we support each and every, we support even in the grocery stores and here and there. Go by there on 4714 Lincoln Highway. You can't miss it. Look for the Smoothie Cafe in Matteson. And let me tell you something about Miss Roberts. This is part of the Roberts Enterprises that they have. Brother and sister, mother and father, everybody's getting together to make things better. Listen, let me tell you about the Smoothie Cafe. The Smoothie Cafe has been chosen as one of the very best businesses in Matteson, Illinois. Smoothie Cafe is recognized for their outstanding customer satisfaction and their reaction from their online customers and those that walk in. Go by there and say hi to Miss Tremaine Roberts, who is the wonderful proprietor of the Smoothie Cafe. Go get you some great, sweet, delectable good. Go get the pineapple and the strawberry and all those other different flavors that the Smoothie Cafe has for you. And like I said, always go out and support. Let's support each other. Go by the Smoothie Cafe, and also a part of the Roberts Enterprises. Her brother Larry Roberts Jr., who's the proprietor CEO of Larry's Barber College. Now, you know Larry's barbershops and barber colleges are all over the greater Chicagoland area. He just opened up a new location in Country Club Hills called Larry's Barber Maximus. And go by there, get your hair cut done, and go by and say hello to Brother Larry. Brother Larry is a wonderful businessman, helping the community out, give free haircuts for school time is getting ready to come out. And once he gets that scheduled out, we're going to get it out to you. And say, for instance, if you want to learn the art of barbering and being a barber in our society today, you can't ever have enough of them. But if you really want to get your state license, and you really want to get out there and do the things that you need to do and be legitimate at it, go by Larry's Barber College. Give him a holler at 888. We got Brother Larry's number right here is 888-537-6228. That's 888-537-6228. You won't be sorry that you did. I got a couple of more announcements that I'd like to make. We know that the summer is approaching, and we know that there's some children that their only meal that they would receive as far as a balanced meal is concerned is the two meals that they receive at school, that's breakfast and lunch, and at home in their dinner. I know that it's difficult. Parents have to get out and work, and they're trying to make those dollars stretch. But listen, if you're near in the Harvey, Illinois area, And if you haven't, if you live in the Harry, Illinois area by the Bryant School or the Whittier Elementary Schools, they're going to start distribution at 11:30, and it'll last until 12:30, Monday through Thursday. It already has started, so if you, after the show, if you're in those areas and you need some nutrition or you want to get something extra for your children, the programs are out there, and we support. Thank you to Alderwoman Kobe Chapman, who sent this in to us, and you all support that. Now, if you got a announcement, you have a business or a service that you just like to get out, give us an opportunity to help you out. You'll be surprised at where $50 will get you. Why go get a billboard for thousands when you can come on the McMahon Morning Show and we can get your ad out? We're working on our new season coming in July. We're going to be coming on camera. There's some other things that we're going to be doing as we're our production company, Mac Media 3 Productions, is getting ready to undertake some things, and it's going to help our channel. Now, let me say this while I have you all here, and I got Brother Lee, our co-host that's here also. People do things for clicks and views. That's not why I'm here. People do things in sensationalism and try to tricks and tricky titles and all of the hashtagging that just to try to get somebody to come over. We're here broadcasting. We're here as an independent service. We're here bringing it to you, whether we have a commercial or not. And we thank all of those that support the McMahon Morning Show as we bring news and information to you each and every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock on the East Coast, right here on Mac Media 3 Productions, and WKRA 92.7 FM on your dial. We want to thank them for carrying our license for us. We'll be with them until 2026, the first part of it. We wanted to say thank you to all of you that are here. Wait a minute. All right. Thank you very much for all that you're doing. We're working on things. Thank all of you for supporting us. Thank you for giving us your ear. And like I said, we're trying to make those improvements. You can help us. And let me tell you how you can help us. Right below, at the bottom of your screen, you'll see the ways that you can support independent media. We're here, independent. Nobody has bought us, can't buy us. Can't nobody tell us what to say and what not to say. We're free to do. See, when those other platforms, let me tell you about this. There are people out there and there are companies out there that are trying to buy influencers, people that they can get to lie, talk all that garbage, tell you about this, tell you about that, and to really keep you in the dark. But if you search long enough, and the one thing about this is you can search long enough and you can search high and low, and you'll find us here at the McMahon Morning Show. And we're here. We're not going anywhere. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Let me get this together. All right. We're back again. We got Brother Lee Mack here. He is chief commentator, chief contributor, and co-host of our show. And we were just, and the discussion has come, and somebody said something to me the other day, and they said, will we ever get out of the jam that I said, what jam is that? They said, man, this just, are we crying and hollering, or should we take this stuff and should we take how they treat us? And it just seemed like Brother Mac, they just running all over us. What should we do? I said, well, let me see. I got my own ideas about what we should do, or whatever the case may be. But I'm looking at this in a different kind of light. I just believe, that's me talking, I believe that the best is yet to come forth. Maybe I'm an optimist or something like that. But I just believe that there's somehow, somewhere, we're going to come out on top with this. I got Brother V. Max, he is our co-host. Brother Lee, help soothe our sorrow. We got a few more minutes left. Give us not just soothe our sorrow, but where do you think we're going to come? Where do you think uh, we're headed in these days as a community? Is there a way out for us as a community, as a people, not with the other folks, but as a people, that we will get to be where we need to be? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I'm just asking, Brother Lee, help us out a little bit if you can with you.
Well, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna make it sound. It's gonna sound simplistic, but it is. We talk as though it's a huge mountain to climb. We talk as though it's insurmountable, the resistance that we have against us. We talk as though this is not possible. But I'm going to tell you this: every country that's had half the resources that we've had has managed to get themselves out of the situation, the trouble, the bind that they were in. I can name the countries that were actually obliterated. When I mean obliterated, I mean annihilated, just actually just leveled down to just rubble. There's countries that were actually just decimated, that was actually destroyed. There's countries that were destroyed that now to this day, you can look this up, that is a superpower in this world. And I can name the countries that were actually destroyed and managed to bring themselves, with the help of Caucasians, out of the brink of poverty, starving. These countries were starving for food. White folks was begging in the streets. Women were selling their bodies and kids and everything. They were eating garbage. They were eating rats. And that was the country of Germany. Germany after World War II was eating garbage. They were eating rats. They were living in the streets because they didn't have homes, because they were blown to bits. They were destroyed. Same thing with Japan. Same thing with a lot of these countries in Europe. They were destroyed, decimated. And with the help and the resources of the Caucasians, and actually the United States built these countries back from nothing. So you tell me that this is hard. How can we do it? It can be done because we're here. And we're not nearly as bad off as was Germany, as was Italy, as was France. These countries were annihilated. They didn't annihilate France because, Paris, because they loved their country and they had white history and stuff like that, so they didn't bomb that country. They left that country was left off limits as far as destroying their property. But the thing is what I'm trying to say is that it's not hard to bring the ghettos into a neighborhood, into a situation where they have excellent schools, excellent resources, excellent grocery stores, excellent education, excellent communities and streets and homes and places where everyone can stay in a nice home, not just any kind of home, a nice home. That those things are very possible. It's just that your politicians won't do it for you. They'll keep you in poverty because you know what I call a politician? A poverty pimp. I call a politician a poverty pimp that feeds off the community. He's a parasite. And he lives better than you. You know that when a parasite lives better than you, the host of that parasite is about to die. Because he's sucking all the resources out of you and putting it in his own pocket, his or her pocket. And that's why when we send a politician to Washington and we get nothing out of it, because they're parasites. That's the thing. They bring jobs to the community, but Caucasians are working on your streets, repairing your streets, but they can't hire anybody that lives in your community to work in your streets. That's crazy to me. We can't get government jobs to work in our community that looks like us. See, that's the thing, is that our politicians are working hand in hand with the Caucasians. Those politicians that we send to Washington, we send to the Capitol, we send to City Hall, they are poverty pimps. And you want to know how to stop the problem? Stop sending these, and I'm going to say, stop sending these assholes there. See, get some sense and start putting people in there that's actually going to do something for us, because they've been saying that they were going to do something for us for over 100, 200 years since Reconstruction. And every time we send a politician, he come back with an old raggedy. He go with an old raggedy suit. He come back with a new suit. He come with new transportation. He lives in a new house. You know, he gets his reparations. They give reparations to one person at a time, and that's a politician. That's a pastor, a preacher. You know, that a social worker. They get those. They get those that what we call Reconstruction. They get that reparations. See, they give reparations to our leaders. They don't give reparations to us. See, they living good. They quiet. Jesse Jackson, he struck against Budweiser. He said, "Oh, we're gonna strike against Budweiser." And then he said, "Okay, the strike is over." He gave his kids. They got their own distribution. They got their own Budweiser distribution. That's what striking Budweiser did. It gave him and his family reparations.
So
And
let
that's
me
what I
ask you
have to
this
say.
before. Wait. I want you, but
Yes.
you got a little bit more. So, and you brought out some things that a lot of people did not know. Now, Reverend Jackson ain't broke. His folks ain't broke. None of them. They got congressmen and Operation Push and everything. And let me give the programming notes. We have been in touch with Jesse Jackson Jr., and he's going to be coming on the Magman Morning Show in the coming days, not this week, but I'm assuming next week, according to his representative. And Brother Lee Mack and Brother Jesse Jackson Jr., all the same show. Brother Lee Mack, get ready now, because I believe that there's some questions that he will answer, and he's not ducking behind anything. And I think that he has some candid information that he wants to give us, and he also hopefully will answer. I believe that he is. I told him, I said, well, we have questions and some things we want to ask, because your father represented at some time. We looked up to him as a leader. We know that you feel at this time. But we want to know. We want to just know the end. We want to know. Okay, we want to know, not just because he's disgruntled or anything like that. I don't believe that. But there are things that he had to give an account for. We're going to be able to listen to him and listen to where he's coming from right here on the Magman Morning Show. Listen here. On tomorrow, also, we're trying to get confirmation of another guest that's going to be coming on. There's going to be some new ads that are going to be playing. Hopefully, we'll get all the information in that we have, that we need to have, so that we can go forward. This is the Magman Morning Show every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock on the East Coast, right here on Mag Media 3 Productions, WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. We got some other announcements. I see that you sent them. And along with your announcements, you can send a donation with your announcement. We'll make your announcement for you until you can, until your event or whatever. You never know what we can do here unless you call us. You got to give us some opportunity to serve you. Just go to magmedia3@gmail.com, magmedia3@gmail.com, and we'll be right here to serve you and to help you with your advertising needs. It ain't going to cost you nothing, but it'll start out at $50. You never know what you get for $50. Not that we're cheap, but we know that there is a struggle. We know that sometimes you may not have a big advertising budget, but don't play us cheap. Don't play us small. We can get your word out about your business and about your service. I want to thank everybody for tuning in on today. Even though it's raining, you get your umbrella out. I like to say grand rising and good morning to the mayor of Jackson, Mississippi, and the new mayors of Parkville, Jackson, and of Horn Lake. We're rooting for you. We will be attending the inauguration service of Little Red. Orlando Payton, who's going to be taking the oath of office July the 1st in Clarksdale, Mississippi, and we'll be right there live with him. There's some good news coming out of Clarksdale. Y'all keep prayers up. Something great for our company and for myself. I think that it will be a great collaboration to help and to assist in any way that we can. The Mac Media 3 Productions is on the move, and we're doing the things that we're doing. We got a new season coming up, our new summer warm season that's coming up. So in between the days of July the 1st, we're going to go on live for the inauguration, and we might play the other swearing ins of the other gentlemen during that day. But we'll be live in Clarksdale, Mississippi for the swearing in of Orlando Payton to be the next mayor of the city of Clarksdale. Talk to him on the phone. He seemed real excited about things. There's some things that need to come up, and y'all know the Mag Man going to be right there to support Brother Orlando Payton and all that he's doing. So Jimmy Stokes, our mayor, the mayor of the city of Horn Lake, congratulations to you and that brand new board that's going to be coming in to help. We're rooting for you. Hopefully, we believe that things are going to get better for us of these significant elections that were made. We're going to continue to keep you in mind and in heart as we continue our program on today. Get ready to wind down our program. Don't forget another programming note that I will have. We will be rerunning. We will be playing pre-recorded shows from the 2nd until. Wait a minute. Let me make sure that I got everything here. We're going to be from the 2nd of July, which will be Wednesday. We'll be back live on the 7th of July. So we'll be having pre-recorded tapes during the time of course, rearranging and doing some things and getting some things in order. So you all just be patient with us. We're going to play our greatest hits, as they say. Some of our past interviews and shows. Getting ready for our new lineup that we're having. We're going to do some new things here for our next season. It's just good to be a part of your lives and giving us an opportunity to be part of your mornings and your days, your grand risings, each and every day right here on the Mag Man Morning Show. As we get ready to leave, we want to leave you with this thought that all is not lost, and we're still here. We're going to keep you abreast on the things that are going on and the developments that are happening. If there's some breaking news, we'll let you know it. But on tomorrow, we'll be back here, right back here at the same time, right here on the Mac Man Morning Show, Mac Media 3 Production. So for everyone here, for Brother Lee, our co-host, and for myself, and all of us that are here at the Mag Man Morning Show, thank you for being a part of us. Love somebody. It is not going to hurt you to love somebody and to care about somebody. Show it, and I guarantee you it will be shown right back to you. This is the Mag Man Morning Show. We will be back on tomorrow, and if it's 9 o'clock anywhere, it is the Mag Man Morning
Tune in
Show.
to the Mac Man Morning Show.